Hello everybody and welcome back to our Dwarf Fortress Let's Play series. I'm your host Riothouse, freshly back from my awesome vacation with my wife. We went down to San Diego, had quite a bit of fun down there with the family. We went to the zoo. I saw an animal I never saw before. I saw a panda bear. I'd never seen it with my eyes. I'd seen it on television though. And it wasn't all that impressive to tell you the truth. Mostly slept and sat there and ate a lot of bamboo. But it did a very good job doing that. So it's a very specialized creature. It was really cool seeing that. And then we went to a casino later, and we also went to... where did we go? Let's see here. We went to the Science Observatory. Got to see a lot of cool things about science and physics. Things that I forgot when I was a kid, but I remember now, and it's really cool and interesting to see some of the things that our inventors have found out, or scientists have found out. So always fun to go to one of those centers. So yes, I had a lot of fun. Got pretty sunburned though. My arms are all pink. I'm a pretty white guy, so it didn't take much sunlight before I was crispy, looking like a lobster. Alright, so anywho, what we're going to do today is introduce all of the dwarves that came in the last migration wave to our fortress in the last episode. We're going to go ahead and go down the list and introduce everybody here. And hopefully I don't miss anybody. If we come over here to Dwarf Therapist, you can see wave 7 here has 38 new members. Now, some of them are not named. Those individual dwarves who are not named are actually children, and they will not be getting anybody named for them, okay? So, it's not quite 38 dwarves, it's a little less than that. However, if you see your name on the Dwarf Therapist list back there, go ahead and pause and take a look. And I don't do an introduction for you, please feel free to comment down below, and I'll make sure that I get you in the next Let's Play, or the next time I record, rather. Okay? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start with our first dwarf of this batch here. We have Jornus, my good buddy Joe True, and he is 118 years old, and he is incredibly tough and quick to heal and rarely sick. He is, however, quite clumsy. He has a great musical sense, but he has a questionable spatial sense and a very bad sense of empathy, poor creativity, and a poor memory. Alright. He rarely feels discouraged, he is very friendly, and he tends to avoid crowds. He is unassertive, and he is not a risk-taker. He is a pessimist, and he appreciates art and natural beauty, which if you know Joe True is an artist, so that very much fits him. Alright, so, welcome Joe True. Join us. Alright, on to the next dwarf. Sketchbeard. Good old Sketchbeard. He is 110 years old. He is quite quick to heal and very slow to tire. He is very weak. He has a great sense of empathy and a great memory. He has a little natural inclination towards music, however. And he is rarely happy or enthusiastic. He prefers familiar routines. He lacks confidence. He dislikes contracts and regulations. And he scratches his ear whenever he's bored. Alright. So, welcome. Welcome, Sketchbeard. In fact, let's check out your beard. What does Sketchbeard's beard look like? Let's see here. Where's your beard? Long mustache. A very long beard. Arranged in double braids. So that's Sketchbeard. Alright, welcome, bucko, to the fortress. Go down the list here. Here we have Howl. Howl is new. She is 89 years old. She is quite durable. She has a sharp intellect, a very good focus, a feel for music, willpower, a way with words, and good kinesthetic sense. But she has a lack of understanding of social relationships and lousy creativity. I'm not sure what the rating of creativity would be, from like good creativity to semi-good creativity to creativity to lousy creativity. I don't even know if creativity would be a rating on that. Anywho, welcome. You often feel discouraged, and it's good to have you, Hal. Welcome. Welcome indeed. Alright, on to Jason Bruce, another new dwarf here. Now, if you notice, it says he is married to Onu Razor Release. And, Razor Release. That's horrible. Anywho, the dwarf names have not been updating up there. I'm not sure if that's permanent or not, but it hasn't been doing it for a while now. So, some kind of mechanic in the game where you nickname your dwarves and it doesn't quite update here. Too bad. We don't know who you're married to quite yet. Alright, so you have an amazing spatial sense, a way with words, and a good intellect. That's good. You don't often experience strong cravings or urges. You prefer familiar routines. You're very self-disciplined. Okay. Your ears are extremely tall. Interesting. You prefer to consume mead. Alright. Mead is good. Oh, I've had mead before. It's very tasty. Very good stuff. Alright, down the list, here's a new person, Cubsy. He is 84 years old. He is Scottish. Cubsy's Scottish. We all know that. Alright, he has a very good sense of the position of his own body. He has willpower, a feel for music, a way with words, but he has a poor spatial sense and very bad analytical abilities. He is very quick to anger, so don't step on his toe. He is very comfortable in social situations, and he only rarely feels strong cravings or urges. He is somewhat reserved, and he prefers to be alone. Leave the man alone. Alright. He is not easily moved to pity. You will get no pity from Cubsy. Alright, so welcome Cubsy, and welcome to the fortress. Here we have Noobs of Frito. She is 92 years old. She is mighty slow to tire and quick to heal. She has a great sense of empathy. She prefers that others handle the leadership roles. She is very straightforward with others, and she finds helping others rewarding. I kind of like that trait right there. It also says she's self-disciplined. When others don't like to be in the role of leadership, yet they like helping other people. You know, it's a good follower, and you always need good followers in order to get a good leader. If you're a great leader, yet you have nobody to lead, then you're never going to be worth much of anything. But anywho, this is an excellent dwarf. Welcome to our fortress. It's good to have you, Noobs of Frito. Welcome. Down the list we go. Down the list. Let's see here. Let's go look at our list here. I'll make sure I don't miss anybody. Okay. Just kind of refreshing my memory on who's who. Schwartzy was on that. Alright. She is 77 years old. She is quite quick to heal. She is weak and quick to tire. She has a great musical sense and a sharp intellect, good creativity, willpower, and a good feel for social relationships. I like to read that particular line because that shows you some of the bonuses that they get towards their everyday activities. And the other line over there, she's quite quick to heal, etc. That's their combat abilities, really. It has to do with their ability to dish out damage, or to heal from taking damage, or how much damage they can take. So it's important to know that, because sometimes you'll get a very flimsy or ridiculously flimsy dwarf, and just about anything could kill that dwarf. So then every once in a while you get a mighty dwarf who's tough, and that's your battle dwarf right there. Anywho, she has a calm demeanor. She occasionally overindulges. She enjoys the company of others. She has a good awareness of her own emotions, and she is put off by authority and tradition. She is slow to trust others. She does not go out of her way to help others. She tries to live a well-organized life, and she sticks out her tongue when she's thinking hard. Now that is weird. Okay, she whispers when she's nervous. Alright, so, very cool. Schwartzy, welcome. Welcome to the fortress. Down the list we go. Hertork. Hertork's one of our veterans. He's been in quite a few of our Let's Plays, I believe. You are a 65-year-old dwarf. She is strong. She is slow to heal, quite clumsy, and very flimsy. Alright. Being strong means you can dish it out. You can hit him, but you can't take it when you're slow. Or when you're very clumsy. Or flimsy, rather. That's funny. I find that funny. Alright, she has a great intuition, a great ability to focus, and very good sense of position of her own body. And she occasionally overindulges. She is very friendly. She's assertive. She's a risk taker and a thrill seeker. Alright, so, welcome back, Hertork. Down the list we go. We have Sir Happy. Sir Happy is 121 years old. That's a pretty old dwarf. I don't think it's the oldest, but getting up there. Getting up there. Alright, she's very strong, but she is very flimsy and very slow to heal. She has great creativity and a good spatial sense, but she has a poor memory. She is comfortable in social situations. She occasionally overindulges. She can handle stress. She is very unassertive, or she is unassertive, She loves a good thrill. She's rarely happy or enthusiastic. Alright. She has a very distinct laugh for when she's excited. Alright. Welcome, Sir Happy. Sir Happy with your distinct laugh. Alright, here we have Ziloresco. Ziloresco, he is 120 years old, another old dwarf. He is very slow to tire. He has a great kinesthetic sense, an iron will, and a good spatial sense. He is in a constant state of internal rage. I've never seen this before. He is in a constant state of eternal rage. That's bad. You get a dwarf like this, and that's the beginning of a tantrum spiral in the fortress, folks. When you get someone like this, and he has a pet kitten, and the kitten accidentally goes to the butcher, and gets turned into kitten biscuits, and he flips out and starts killing everybody with his hammer. And then so-and-so dies, and their family wants revenge, and so they kill so-and-so else, and then next thing you know, the whole fortress is a bloody mess full of body parts and dead dwarves. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, welcome, Ziloresco. May you live in peace, hopefully. Alright, next, we have Tits McGee. Tits McGee, she is 91 years old, she is mighty, and she is clumsy. She has a good kinesthetic sense, but she has a meager creativity, a shortage of patience, and little linguistic ability. She often feels discouraged, she occasionally overindulges, and she finds helping others rewarding. And she has a sense of duty. I like dwarves with a sense of duty. I think that's good. I think dwarves with a sense of duty do not feel as the negative effects serving in the military, I believe. That's one of them, at least. So they feel like, well, it's my duty. Alright, so that's good. She's incredibly muscular. Well, she's a good dwarf to have. Alright, welcome, Tits McGee. Down the list we go. Making sure we pick out the new dwarves here, like John Spink. That's a new dwarf. She is 88 years old. She is very quick to tire. She has a great feel for social relationships, great analytical abilities, and a great sense of empathy. She has a questionable spatial sense, a shortage of patience, a meager kinesthetic sense, and a little difficulty with words. She is concerned about rejection and ridicule. She does not have a great aesthetic sensitivity. Excuse me there. She is candid and sincere in dealings with others. She strives for excellence, takes time when making decisions, and she always snaps her fingers when she's greeting somebody. Well, that's really interesting. She always snaps her fingers when she's greeting somebody. Hello! Hello! Alright, so, welcome, John Spink, with your finger-snapping hellos. On to the next dwarf. Sanderson, you're new. Hello, Sanderson. She is 114 years old. It's pretty old. She is rarely sick, but she is quick to tire. She has a very good sense for the position of her body, great feel for the surrounding space, a very good sense of empathy, and a feel for music. Alright. She prefers that others handle the leadership roles. She isn't given to flights of fancy. She tends not to openly express emotions, and she is guarded in relationships with others. She is immodest. Alright. Right on. Welcome, Sanderson. Here we have Ukarti, another new dwarf. She is 119 years old. She is quite quick to heal and very strong, but she is flimsy. She has a good spatial sense. She has a meager kinesthetic sense, little natural inclination towards music, and a poor memory, very bad analytical abilities, and poor creativity. But on a positive note, she occasionally overindulges, and she needs a lot of booze. So, welcome, Ukarti. Welcome. And Eitronix, 96 years old. He is flimsy. He has an iron will, an amazing spatial sense, a great affinity for language, very good focus, and a feel for music. However, he has a very bad analytical ability. He appreciates art and natural beauty, and he is trusting. He is modest, he is disorganized, and he has a sense of duty. Also, I like that trait. It's a good trait. So, welcome, Eitronix, to the fortress. Down the list we go here. Kilamax. He's quick to heal. He's a 77-year-old dwarf, so that's good. Let's see what kind of things you like to eat here. When possible, you prefer to consume giant hornbill, tapir cheese, ratweed, dwarven beer, and honey bee honey. That's possibly the most redundant honey available. Honeybee honey. Alright. And he absolutely detests oysters. Ooh, I love oysters. In fact, my wife and I went to the buffet at the casino that we went to. And they had all-you-can-eat seafood. It was delicious. So I had quite a few crab legs, etc., including oysters. It's good stuff. Welcome to the fortress there, Calamax. And Michael Boston. Michael Boston is new, 64 years old. That's pretty young for a dwarf migrating to a fortress. 64 years, pretty young. Alright, you are quick to heal, rarely sick, and tough. You have a feel for music and a good intellect. That's good. He is relaxed. He loves a good thrill. He tends not to openly express emotions. He is put off by authority and tradition, which happens quite often with the younger dwarven generation. He is candid and sincere in dealings with others. He finds helping others very rewarding. He doesn't like to compromise with others, and he is disorganized. Alright, so there you go. Welcome, Michael Boston, to the fortress. Alright, Mr. Thunderwolf. She is 69 years old. She is quite durable, but she is slow to heal. She has an iron will and a very good feel for social relationships, but she has a poor memory. She is often nervous. She is unassertive, or she is assertive, rather, sorry. She does not go out of her way to help others. She is willing to compromise with others, and she is confident. Alright. Very, very good. Welcome, Mr. Thunderwolf, to the fortress. Here we have Large McBigHuge. You are 84 years old. You're rarely sick, but you are clumsy and very flimsy. You have good creativity and a good intellect, but you have a shortage of patience, a poor memory, and little natural inclination towards music. He doesn't handle stress well. He enjoys the company of others, however, and he is often cheerful, and he isn't given to flights of fancy. He is eager for new experiences, and he is candid and sincere in his dealings with others. He winks when he is nervous. That's an interesting trait, to wink when you are nervous. Very cool. And you scratch your nose when you're trying to remember something. Alright, so, welcome to the fortress there, Large McBigHuge. Alright, here we have F25U. F25 is 76 years old. He's incredibly tough and agile, and he's weak. He has a natural inclination towards language and a lot of willpower and a very good focus. That's good. Let's see if we can find any interesting traits here. Let's see. Do you admire tradition? That's pretty rare. You are organized, and you think through every alternative and its consequences before acting. Very conservative thought you have there, bucko. That's good. He often gives his knuckles a good crack when he's thinking hard. Alright, so that's cool. Welcome, F25, to the fortress. Eli Barracuda. Eli Barracuda is 130 years old. Now that is an old dwarf. Indeed. He is weak and susceptible to disease. He has a great kinesthetic sense, a very good feel for social relationships, and a great deal of patience. And I think dwarves can live up to the 200s, though. It's very rare, though, but they do have very long lives. He rarely feels disorganized. He is comfortable in social situations. He is very friendly. He is entranced by riddles and puzzles and loves to debate issues and ideas. I haven't seen that trait before. He is entranced by riddles and puzzles. Very cool. I like that. He always feels as if he is not in control of his life. I haven't seen that one as well. Two rare traits. Welcome to the fortress, Eli Barracuda. Alright. Here's Asutar. Asutar is 96 years old. He is rarely sick, but he's very flimsy and really slow to heal. He has a good creativity, and he has a poor analytical ability. He is unassertive. He is not a risk taker. He has a fertile imagination. Haha. He tends not to openly express emotions, and he likes to try new things. He is trusting and compassionate. He laughs loudly when he's excited. Alright. Welcome, Asutar, to the fortress. Down the list we go, making sure that we don't miss anybody here. Mr. Kanoriva, you're new. He is 152 years old. He is incredibly quick to heal, mighty, and rarely sick. However, he's clumsy and very flimsy. So you can see they paired mighty with clumsy and very flimsy. He has a great creativity and a very good intellect. He is often nervous and very assertive. He is guarded in relationships with others, and he is willing to compromise with others. And he lacks confidence, and he is self-disciplined, however. So, welcome, Mr. Conariva, to the fortress. Indeed. Alright, here's Coyote, another new dwarf. He is 95 years old. He is very quick to tire and very flimsy. He has a feel for music and a sum of patience. It's quite a large description down here. Let's see what we have. He is put off by authority and tradition. Let's see. He is candid and sincere. He is very willing to compare himself favorably with others. That's interesting. You'd think that would be a positive trait, but when you read that again, he is very willing to compare himself favorably with others. He did good, but I did really good. That kind of thing, you know? He is disorganized. He is occasionally given to procrastination. Hence why he compares himself favorably to others. He interrupts others during conversations when he's exasperated. His tongue sticks out when he's trying to remember something. He inhales sharply when he is angry. And he needs alcohol to get through the working day. Welcome. Welcome, Coyote. Very interesting dwarf there. Welcome. Alright. Let's see here. Vandegath. Are you new, Vandegath? Yes, Vandegath is new. Yes, indeed. Alright, so, welcome to the fortress here, Vandegath. You are 59 years old, relatively young dwarf. You are indefatigable. You are weak, flimsy, quite susceptible to disease, however. You have a great musical sense, an iron will, very good feel for social relationships, and a way with words. But you have a really bad memory. You are often sad, feel sad and dejected. That's sad. And she's somewhat reserved. She can be very happy and optimistic, but you're often sad and dejected. That's interesting. Interesting pairing of traits here. Alright. She lacks confidence. She has a strong sense of duty, however. Maybe she lost somebody very important to her. No, she's married. Maybe she lost a child. Who knows? Who knows? Well, Vandegath, welcome to the fortress nevertheless. Yukiru, you are 87 years old. You're incredibly quick to heal. You have a great sense of patience and a very good intuition and a way with words. You dislike helping others, and you are modest. And when you are bored, you often scratch your nose. You laugh loudly when excited. And you start talking to yourself when you become exasperated. You are an incredibly skinny dwarf. Very interesting. Welcome, Yukiru, to the fortress. Down the list. I think we're close to being done here. I think that's everyone. So, that is the introduction. You can see here we have quite a few new dwarfs. Dwarven babies. So, it's going to take quite some time for them to grow up. I have the Dwarven baby cap at 50. I actually lowered it. It's usually at 100. I don't really want 100 baby dwarves running around the fortress. But that's a lot of baby dwarves. But 50 is good for 200. 200 dwarves, 50 babies. Well, guys, I have to say it's good to be back. We're going to have a lot more episodes coming out here in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And stay tuned for the next episode. I should probably start recording that a little later today. So, you'll see one soon enough. Okay? So, until then, take care and happy gaming.